Welcome back, folks. In this video, we're going to show you how to bring in an image and do a very simple image raster um, to engrave. So we're going to go ahead and create a new job setup. 5.5 will be our width, 5.5 will be our height, 0.75 will be our thickness. Now, I want to reiterate to all of you to make sure that you are selecting inches. A number of you that I've noticed have not been selecting this inches, so when you go to do this, everything is scaled down super small because it's in metric form. All right, your Z0 position should be at the material surface. Your XY datum should be lower left. Go ahead and hit OK. Now for this, I am just bringing in an image from the internet. So I simply looked up Abraham Lincoln. I wanted to find one with some good contrast, so I selected this one here. I simply right-click and hit Copy Image, then go back to Aspire, and I can paste it in here. Now, we have to remember that we are going to be needing a work hold on here. So I'm scaling it down a little bit, and I want to get this centered on my workpiece. So over here in the Transform Objects menu, there's an Align Selected Objects. We'll go ahead and click on that. And if I select this first, or the second one, which is centering, it's going to center my image on my page. So that's going to give me an equal offset on all corners. Make sure to hit Close. Okay, now I could go ahead and come in and hit some text in here. I called Abraham Lincoln. I could put some shapes in here. I'm going to keep mine pretty simple, okay, for this first one. So I'm going to go over to my Toolpaths tab. Okay, I do want to have a staggered display here, both of them. And I'm going to open up Toolpaths, and I want to select this option here, Photo V-Carve. So with Photo V-Carve selected, my start depth is going to be 0. My max carve depth, we're going to mess around with this. I'm going to go with 50 thousandths. I think that's a good starting point. And then my step over retract, I'm going to just leave at 0.12. Go ahead and select your tool. I'm going to go down to metric, and in your metric library, you're going to open up V-bits, and we're going to use, ours is basically a 90-degree tool, okay? I'm sorry, no, a 60-degree tool, not 90. And I'm going to go ahead, this is a metric tool. My pass depth will be 50 thousandths. My final pass step over will be 120. Everything else here looks pretty good. Tool number, we call it tool number 2 is our engraver. I'll hit apply, I'll hit select. Now for our next few options here, I can either raster it or hatch it. And then I can mess around with my line density. So we're going to go with raster. I have my image selected. It's a dense line spacing, okay? And then this is your angle. So we're at a 45-degree angle. I'm going to calculate. Now, it doesn't look like much, or maybe you can see it. Maybe you have one of those eyes that can see these images. But as soon as I hit run, it's going to do the pattern, okay? Now, what it does is you can see here where there's a thicker line, it goes a little bit deeper. Where there's contrast, it goes a little bit deeper. And as I zoom out, we can see it pretty well, okay? So I'm going to hit reset preview. I'm going to go back to Photo V-Carve. And now I'm going to try the hatch pattern. The hatch goes both ways. So it's almost 2 of the rasters. So I hit calculate. I'm now going to hit run. Does it one way, does it the other way. Gives it a little bit more contrast. So I think I'm going to leave this up to you folks on what you want to do for your image, okay, and which pattern you want to do. I'm going to hit reset preview and go back. Now you can mess around with the density, right? I'm not going to mess around with the angle because I don't think that's going to do too much to what I want to see, but I'm going to hit calculate. Now when I hit preview, you can see here I lost some of the detail, okay? So I feel that the denser, the better. I mean, we have a good tool. So I think a denser toolpath is going to give us a little bit more detail, okay? Go ahead and hit close. And then we can go ahead and select our file to post-process it, okay? Now we only have one toolpath here coming out, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and select that one and hit save, okay? Now some other things, so that concludes this tutorial, but we could do some things for fun. So we could go back over here and select, let's say we want to put a box around it or a circle around it. Let's say we want, I don't want to do a circle. I want to do an ellipse. So I want to do something that looks like this. Okay, I'm gonna come over here and do my profile toolpath. Select this. I'm gonna use my 4mm. I'm gonna go all the way through my material. I'm gonna definitely decrease. We'll go with 10. Okay, I want it to be an outside. I do want to have tabs. So edit those tabs. I want them at the top and at the bottom. Okay, go ahead and calculate it. And I could cut out and do something kind of cool like this. So I want you to have fun with it. Obviously, if this is what I was going to do, I'd have to hit close, select both tool paths, hit save, make sure that visible tool paths go to multiple files. Then I can go ahead and hit save. All right, have fun.